Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome on in. Happy Monday. Hope you all have had a good start to your week here. For those of you joining for the first time, my name is Rad Nomad. I'm a psychedelic DJ wizard, and we are doing more Disco Elysium today. It's been a few weeks since I played this game, so I'm excited to get back into it. What? What am I doing on this side? This is not where I belong. What is going on with you? All right, we're doing this manually today, y'all. Welcome on in, Cap. Thank you for joining, and congrats on redeeming first. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And welcome on in, Seraph, and welcome on in, Movie Films, Pumpkin Spice, whatever the hell it's called. Very tasty. Big fan of pumpkin spice. It's a little early for that, though. That usually doesn't kick in until... I think it's been getting earlier every year, right? I feel like I've started seeing more pumpkin spice pop up in, like, August timeframe now, when usually, like, September, October is peak pumpkin spice season. But either way, good flavor combination. I personally like it. However, I am not enjoying a pumpkin spice today. Instead, I'm enjoying a nice... Oh, what is in this? It's some sort of rose hot chocolate, but um, there's a local company that specializes in drinking chocolate, so it's basically just kind of thicker hot chocolate. My eyes are doing something wonky here. There we go. Same with putting Christmas decor out. So the trick is just to leave it up all year so people think you're super early to Christmas. That's not what I do, but I'm trying to think if I've had any Christmas decorations that I've had set up all year round. Because I feel like there are people that just don't ever take the lights down and just keep them up. I'm looking around my apartment as if I have, like, any long time Christmas decorations up. We had a little, like, plastic tree that we kept up for a while. Like, it's not really decorated or anything, but... And it's also not that big. It's not like what you think of as, like, a fake Christmas tree, right? It's really just this kind of tiny tree that sits on, like, a counter somewhere. Um, but yeah, we're drinking a rose hot chocolate tonight. Get a sip of that. Hope you all had a good weekend. What'd you all end up doing? I personally have been doing a fuck ton of crochet. So I think I mentioned this earlier. Maybe some of you saw my Blue Sky post about it. But I, yes, crochet, yay! Love the enthusiasm, Cap. Appreciate it. Some of you may see that I started a new project lately. Let's see if a WebP file actually shows up on OBS. It did! Okay. So this is Arachnid. He's a very cuddly critter. He is a spider made out of yarn, crochet style. I do apologize for any of my viewers who not like spiders, but I think this one is a cuddly simulacra of one, so hopefully should be fairly good. I used to be a lot more scared of spiders when I was younger, and I think that just kind of went away with age. I babysat and helped my sibling move some boxes for the move in May. Good! Good on you for helping them out. Moving is super stressful. I personally do not like to move, so I know, like, any help that I can get moving, I greatly appreciate it. Gay spider, very gay spider. I love his coloring so much. And I saw that, and my first thought was, I could probably crochet this dude. I spent so much of the weekend writing. Yeah, and you're working on a story right now, right? I hope you're able to continue it. I think I saw you were working on it a little bit earlier today too, right? It feels weird being productive again. Yeah, yeah, no, I get that. I go through phases sometimes where, like, I'm super productive on, like, creative pursuits, and then other times I'm not. Like, I started working on more music, like, late last year, early this year, and was really into it, and then I just put it to the side. Crochet is one of those things I feel like I've been able to fixate on pretty consistently since I started. So, fingers crossed I keep it up because I really enjoy doing this. Hell yeah, writing sounds so relaxing. Yeah. I want to get more into writing. I'll occasionally set aside time to do it, and I have some ideas of, like, not necessarily short stories, but, like, kind of memoir-ish type stories. I want to do more writing around, like, the lore of my character. Like, I had this idea, and I might have mentioned this on a previous stream. I have this idea that the character of Rad Nomad is something like an explorer, that goes around kind of just learning about the universe and about different things within it. And the way they communicate what they're working on is is essentially doing it through both writing and sound, right? So I could talk about like what the concept of strange matter is, and then I also have a song called Strange Matter, right? Unrelated, but it's fun, especially when the autism focuses on the character. Oh yeah, I'll bet being able to develop that character. I'm watching a show, and one of the characters is a recovering alcoholic, and he took on knitting as a way to cope. I thought that was cute. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? And I don't know how personally I could speak to this, right? But with something like that, where you literally have to continuously distract yourself so that you don't drink, I have a strong appreciation for the people who can figure out what hobbies allow them that sense of distraction, right? And as a result, sometimes they get really good at it. So, but yeah, no, that's awesome. So yeah, my goal is to do this spider. I found an online pattern that I think is pretty accurate to the spider, and so far it's shaping up good. And I went out and bought a fuck ton of yarn last week, and I've started putting it together. Actually, let me see if I can bring up my hand cam briefly to show you what I'm working with here. Is it just called hand cam? I have hand cam and hand cam 2. Let's try hand cam 2. Hey, there we are. Yippee! It's me. Hi. These are all his appendages. I made his legs and a single fang. Actually, I have to, I literally just had the scissors right here. Cut that yarn tail right now. There we go. Okay, a single fang and all the legs. Yes, Cap. He's gonna be fucking huge. The head, I don't have the head here because I'm actively working on it in a different room. His head's gonna be about this big, which means his abdomen is gonna be like that big. He's gonna be a chunky boy. I wanted to make him like as canonically accurate as possible because the pattern that I got is half this size. So one of the things that I've been trying to do, huge lad, exactly. One of the things that I've been trying to do is take that pattern and essentially make it bigger. And here's what I learned as someone who's only just gone to crochet in 2 weeks. There's two ways that you can make your pattern bigger, right? Bigger yarn, which makes sense, right? If you use a blanket yarn, that thing's going to be gigantic. I don't think blanket yarn has the variety in this yarn of this color though, because I had to get essentially all these different like pastel kind of colors, and obviously there's more than this, right? There's like a reddish color, um, there's a sky blue color, there's a yellow color, and then I even got some peach and white colors for the straps that go around them. But the other strategy, aside from using big yarn, is essentially just doubling the amount of rows and doubling the amount of stitches in each row. But then you potentially have to make small adjustments to each row so that you can control how wide it gets when. Because, like, if you're going from one row where it's like, I don't know, 6 stitches and you're doubling it to 12, the equivalent of that is 12, 12, 24, 24. And it's like, that's not really a smooth transition to get bigger. So it's better to do something like 12, 18, 24, right? So I don't know. There's a couple. It's not an exact science, and I'm sure there's a couple different ways you could go about doing it. But I think this look. See, this is why math is important. Exactly. I knew there was a use to math somewhere. Um, all that said, I'm pretty happy with how these legs came out. I mean, it looks pretty nice. I didn't overstuff it either. It's got some nice like squish to it. So I don't know. It's on one hand, I feel like this is going to be one of the more complex designs I've done, but it doesn't feel that complex because all the stitches are like super simple to do. It's literally just going around in a circle multiple times until the thing is done. The only difference is I have a lot more colors to work with than usual. Now, the trick is going to be figuring out how to do the eyes and the needles. right? And a little bit of the body too. I was kind of going back and forth on. So I'm gonna have to probably either make these eyes custom or figure out where I can source this style of eyes because I haven't yet been able to find it. The buttons are fine; they're just yellow buttons. I can find those anywhere. The straps on the back, I don't think are going to be that hard. The needles, I don't even think are going to be that hard. I already found a pair on Amazon that has the blue tips to them, so that might work out. I'm going back and forth on how I want to do the body because, as you can tell, right, it's a literal yarn ball. Like it's just yarn wrapped around a ball. So technically, I don't even need to crochet the abdomen. I can just wrap yarn around a ball. But also, if I do that, it might not be as squishy or cuddly. So I'm kind of going back and forth on it. I might end up doing the abdomen anyway and then just wrapping yarn around it. But I don't know if that's like a waste of yarn or not. I was even considering doing like a styrofoam ball. I saw people suggesting that online because another person also attempted to make this just in a different color. So I'm going back and forth on it. The upside, though, is that it's going to be a while before I get through this head because I need to figure out the eye situation. So while I'm working on that, I can figure out what I want to do with the abdomen. Save on yarn by wrapping it around something. Yeah, that's probably going to be the smarter option. I just need to find something like... I kind of want to find something soft so it's still, like, cuddly and squishy, but at the same time, I don't know. How much am I actually going to cuddle this? He wants to be on his own and just hang out. He doesn't need to be wrapped around me the whole time. So yeah, keep your eyes out for this guy. Hopefully he'll be done sooner rather than later. Um, I don't know. Do I have anything else to show off? Not really. I got more. I got a bunch of crochet stuff. I got more stitch markers because I only had like eight, eight, six. I think I had six stitch markers, and they're all now being used on various projects I'm working on. Okay. Yep. Thank you for listening to me talk about crochet. I feel like this is becoming my life, but I'm personally okay with it. I like crochet. It's been a while since I found a hobby that's let me immerse myself in it as much as it has, right? And I know I've mentioned this on a previous stream too. Like, there is something incredibly rewarding about, like, the tactile experience of making something and then having it done and you can physically hold it and touch it and feel it and squish it. So, I don't know. I spend a lot of my time on a computer, both as a profession as well as various hobbies, right? I mean, obviously streaming, but even like music making, digital art, which I've been getting more into, writing the little bit that I do. That's all stuff that I do on a computer, right? This is not on a computer. This is something that I have to set aside time, find instructions, which maybe I can do online, but the actual magic happens off of a computer. I really got to find a hobby off the computer. It's not a bad idea to get one every now and again. Um, Reading is also a pretty good one, which I'm trying to get a little bit more into. I've been really bad about reading consistently. I did get a new book recently that I want to start pretty soon. I had to get it. I had to buy it because all my local libraries around here are uh, completely checked out of their versions. I think because it's been really popular. It's called. I am gonna butcher the author name, so give me 1 second. One Day Everyone Will Have Always Been Against This by Omar El Akkad. So he is a Palestinian writer that is commenting on essentially how social movements move through the West and how not a lot of people are necessarily on the side of progress until that progress has already been made. And then people just act like they've always been for that progress, even though the process to get that is more complex and more tricky. So, and it's through the lens of a lot of the more recent social justice movements that take place, like the war on, well, not that social justice movement, but the war on terror in general, right? The U.S. involvement in it, as well as the Black Lives Matter movement, and obviously the ongoing conflict, the ongoing genocide taking place in Palestine right now. Um, so I'm excited to start this book. I keep putting it off, but I really want to read it. I don't know. Y'all reading anything exciting? I could definitely use any pointers people have if they have an interesting book. I've been putting off. How do I put this? I feel like I got a bad taste in my mouth with reading in general going through school because it was just a lot of books that I don't want to just say outright that they were boring, but at the same time, I had a hard time just connecting to them. You know, you started Sailor Moon. It's taken a while, but you are enjoying it. That's awesome. Like the manga. I don't think I even. Well, they should have a manga. That would make a lot of sense. That's awesome, though. Yeah, the original manga. Gotcha. Nice. Yeah, I started because I watched the TV show a while back, but I never got to the point where I was reading manga for it. But that's awesome. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to kind of like get older. I guess realizing the value in being able to find like a book with a good message or an interesting topic. Um, I haven't really read fiction in a while. Not that I like don't engage with fictitious literature. Like I do think it's fascinating and I've read some cool stories. It's just not immediately the thing that I want to go and read. But there's definitely a few stories that I'm interested in. Um Magica Riot is something that pops up a lot on my feed lately. I think I'm following the author, and I am having a hard time connecting to Blue Sky right now for some reason, so I can't get her name. But yeah, Magica Riot is definitely on my list of books that I want to read at some point. Yeah. All right. So with that, I think nonfiction scares me because it's real. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, it's. I think it's a double-edged sword, right? Because on one hand, it's real and it requires you to engage in a wider sense of the world than you might want to. But at the same time, I think it's also like, oh man, oh man, we did that. Oof, exactly. Yeah. I don't know. That there's I think there's something to be said about how in a lot of cases you have writers that are trying to connect some of these ideas to the happenings that have taken place throughout history and kind of I mean the writer's ultimate job when you're doing nonfiction is to frame things that are happening, right? So if they're writing a historical piece, then they're supposed to write about the context in which these events took place, the wider background to what led up to them, what their impact was, etc. It's so important to know about history and stuff, so it's a double-edged sword. Exactly. Yeah. So there's two pieces, right? It's the information, but it's also what the author wants you to get out of that information. And that's the thing, right? Is some of these stories, some of this, I said stories, some of these books I'm reading right now, it's not necessarily new information, but because of how it's being presented, it makes you kind of realize that a lot of the things that you might not have thought that hard about are actually all connected to each other. Um, I guess maybe one to a smaller extent, right? Reading a little bit about kind of intersectionality in what is the book? Practical Anarchism, by Shuli Branson, I think her name is. Practical Anarchism. Shuli Branson, yeah, Practical Anarchism. So the whole idea behind it, and do not take me as any sort of historical expert on this. It's a very good book. It is heavy. It's taken me a bit to get through it. The whole gist of it, right, is it's this recognition that for all of humans' history, right, we have had to fight against the idea. We essentially have had to live under some sort of like hierarchical structure, right? We've had to live, as far as modern history goes, we are living in a state that is constantly changing and is constantly finding new ways to essentially oppress its people, right? So none of this should be surprising, right, for anyone who has spent a little bit of time looking up like less leftist literature or anything. But the gist of practical anarchism, right, is there might never come a time where we're necessarily all free, right? Or there might never come a time where the state topples in just a way that we will never have to face it again, right? We should look at it from the perspective of it might always be around. What do we do collectively in order to cope with that, right? And the whole idea with practical anarchism is you don't need to live in an anarchist society to practice the tenets of anarchism, right? To practice the idea of essentially like it's really community outreach, right? It's about recognizing like that your fellow person is an equal, right? And that you can both benefit from this situation. It's about recognizing like the ways in which the state is exploiting your ability to like live your life, right? With how it essentially with how it requires you to spend time like performing labor for someone else and their hierarchy and all of that. But what do you do with that time to make the most of it? What do you do to essentially prop yourself and your people up? So that's what the book is, and like I said, it's a heavy book. I need to get back into reading it, but I definitely recommend it, especially for those who are looking more into it. But anyway, what I was talking about with intersectionality, right, was the idea. A lot of it kind of goes back to right, like, and again, I don't think this should really be super surprising, right? The most marginalized in our community are also shining examples of the ability to build that sense of community, right? And a lot of the examples that practical anarchism lists is a lot of black anarchist movements that have come up through the course of history, right? Slaves that have freed themselves or have escaped have essentially come together and formed communities that exist outside of the state's reach, right? And there's a lot that can be learned about how, there's a lot that we can learn about how that took place in order for us to essentially live to those tenets, uplift those voices, and be able to recognize that, yeah, there's a better solution here. So I don't know if I articulated that quite properly, but it definitely gave me a lot to think about. So anyway, I think I yapped enough here, but black folks and trans folks and immigrants and women and really all oppressed people. Exactly. Yeah. So and that's kind and I will say that's kind of I think it's a very important framing, right? And I know that there's a statement that I've been thinking about a lot lately. I am not going to remember who said it, but it's along the lines of the value of a country should be in how well it takes care of its most oppressed people or its most vulnerable people. I've been thinking about that a lot, and seeing everything that's kind of happening in the world makes me think, okay, we have a long, 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 long way to go. So I don't know. I will say I'm very happy with the people that I've been able to meet through VTubing, especially for those that are as enthusiastic about educating people on these kinds of things, because I spent a lot of my life very ignorant to these kind of ideals, right? I think I kind of felt them to an extent, but I didn't really know the name for it, and I know that communism in general is advertised as kind of a scary term, right? And it's like there's a lot of conflation with like socialism and all that. But I don't know. I'm interested to see. Yeah, done, done, done. Exactly. So I don't know. I'm interested to see what people with the proper, I guess, better articulation, who are able to understand that context and use it to motivate either their own theory or their own way of achieving these things. I'm excited to see what people use with it. So I do believe that there is a better world out there, even if we're never going to completely get rid of oppression everywhere. Okay, speaking of communism, how about we play some Disco Elysium? I'm excited to get back into this game. I think when I last left off, I was going to talk to the dock workers union. So I don't think they're a very friendly bunch, but that's okay. We'll figure it out together. We switch over. Oop, not that layer. What is going on with you? Let's say StreamerBot should be connected to this. Something like that. All right, let's play. Okay. Yep. We're here, and this is all. Should have stayed in the damn sawmill. Okay. Let me know how the audio balancing is right now. I think it's okay for now, but. I don't know if I can talk to this person. No, I can't. Without work, I'm nothing. You're fucking with the wrong worker here. Can I talk to you?
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells towards the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot and oddly screechy for a man his size. Okay, so these are the guys who are... Okay, so the union is on strike right now, which makes sense, because that's why they brought in outside counsel in order to deal with the union. These are workers that just want to get back to work, so they're the scabs. Got it. I am the law. Alright, what's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I? Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay. Okay, then I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Scab leader. Yep.
Right to work! Right to work!
Let's get back to work. Even though the union is currently trying to get...
Besides, we're not that different.
Ooh.
It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
So he's definitely trying to use us in order to be able to go back to work. What kind of cause are we talking about?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably worked on, what's that called? Messaging discipline? I don't think I've chosen any sides yet.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Right to work!
Regardless, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scott.
Call me Manana. That's his name? Call me Manana? Let's see. Oh, I can ask them what a strike is. No. I want to get into the harbor, too.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
I guess I could just tell him. I'm sure everyone knows about the murder already. I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here, behind the hostel cafeteria there.
I know nothing about a murder.
His reply is snappy and terse.
The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him. Interesting.
Why so tense?
What are you talking about? I'm not tense.
Yes, he's tense.
Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
This really isn't my area of expertise.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Thank you, Kim.
Pity.
Let us work!
Okay, let's ask him what a strike is.
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
He shifts uncomfortably in his workers' overalls. What do the strikers want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. Do we just think that he's not able to afford consistent clothing? Ill-fitting, what does that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and poke this, sure. You wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Okay, I gotta ask, where exactly are you from? Yeah, I don't mind.
What's
going
it to
down this
you?
line of question. Deep set suspicion drips from every syllable. Oh, do we think he's, like, taking advantage of the situation? Curiosity, routine. I thought you looked real familiar for a second there.
No, don't think we've met before.
His eyes narrow
I
with
came
mistrust.
to help out the people.
The people. Oh. I already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
Bouncer, where I frequent a lot of bars. I've been thrown out from several. I like that. Maybe that's why you seem familiar.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Yeah, I think I've been there. I don't know where Territorial is.
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
The man is quickly losing interest in talking to you. It's also starting to get late. When am I supposed to talk with Kim? After 22. Okay, so I'll continue this line of questioning. Might even go to... Let's see. Who are all these strikebreakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work,
Yeah,
to be
I know.
useful, not toys for corporate interests.
The man runs a hand through his steadily graying military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If Union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
What exactly is your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you're unable to breach the entrance.
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Head measure.
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him.
How bad could one guy be? You seem capable.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained.
So they're pretty convinced that he's just gonna attack them if they try to breach.
I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Why don't you just talk to them?
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
Ooh.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
The man rubs his jaw. Lightly bearded square wedge. Wow, I can't say that. I'm gonna just leave now. Alright. So that's all we can get from him, it looks like. Oh. Looks like we got something here. The lorries probably store a few here. Now they store booze. Okay, there's a guy up there. What's a scab mean? It says G-R-I-H. Does that mean anything? Shit or get off the crapper, assholes. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor. Got it. That makes more sense. Okay.
Scab?
Asks a man with jolly eyes tilting his head.
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
What exactly is a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Hold on, where did they all come from?
Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
You don't seem to like them much.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to Scab. Or I guess scared, maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
He looks at the mask, squinting his eyes as if trying to ascertain what they're scared of. Yeah, so, I mean, from the perspective of the strikers, right, the scabs are the one that don't care about why the strike is taking place. They just want to go in and work, right? They're essentially telling the company, like, we understand that a section of your employees think your conditions are shitty and deserve better from you, but we're going to just accept that you're giving us shitty conditions because we want to make money.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Have you tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if he's like an agitator of some sort, or he's like somehow profiting off keeping. He's, you know what? He could just be brought in just to kind of weaken, I guess, the strike's cause, try to end the strike prematurely. But would he be getting paid to do that? I don't know.
Big guy. He means the leader of the scabs.
I'm not a scab. I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab.
A cop scab.
Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Let us cop for less money."
He chuckles and then realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
You're the man in the boots at the gates. Oh! I guess Kuno did make a comment about some guy with boots.
The little boy had a good on his promise.
His promise.
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock.
That's Kuno.
Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
So Kuno used us to what? Scare you?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He contemplates taking a squig from his flask. The probe into the armor, what did you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
Sorry, I'm pulling up my timer here. Okay.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
What sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
Back to back, Sari, thank you.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
4 pieces. What about the leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
Someone just ran off with them. I'm gonna find 1 piece of it. 1 is enough.
Nice and balanced. Some junior officers can take care of the rest.
Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armored too. The one the bullet hits. Good luck if you go for those boots though. You'd have an easier time wresting the spurs off a boyadero than getting them off him.
Thank you for your cooperation, sir.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
He is sincerely grateful he is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
Let's see. What's this strike about anyway?
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
I'm a bit short on money right now. Can you give me something?
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
He flips a coin towards you.
The coin lands
Yes.
into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
Appreciated.
Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to,
He nods toward the protesters. He's, you know what? He's a nice guy.
you know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing though.
Let's see. Union has problems getting by?
Nothing to worry about really. The jam's a bit of a mess, cargo can't get in or out. The rationing is a bit stricter is all. Supplies should last the strike though.
Every little bit of help, so you know.
I'm always glad to help out when possible. Not like these slithering scabs.
I don't really think either. I mean, like, I could open more lines of dialogue, but I feel like I just jumped right in to discussing the armor. So it's not like he needs to be made aware of the murder. I'll go ahead and get moving. Nice talk, gotta get moving. Okay, so I'm guessing that might be our union lit boss. I notice, in case of a strike, press button behind guard. A hermetically sealed door locked by electronic means. There's no lock picking on or door kicking this one. Alright, I'm gonna guess this guy is... He's either the union boss or he's the guy they hired to keep people out.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Okay, so he's the guy they hired. Your body betrays your degeneracy. That is wild.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Who's this lady? What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy?
You have succumbed to Al-Ghul.
Al Ghul? His face contorts in disgust as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Kim, is it really so bad?
It's not good.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned.
Jesus. Not my Al Ghul.
Yes, Al-Ghul.
He means alcohol.
Alcohol. Do you mean alcohol?
Correct. My small skull servant.
He nods approvingly.
Alrul is an ancient Ilmaran poison, a parasitic fungus that has colonized your race. It is a trick the desert pygmies played on you for humiliating them and stripping them of their land.
Dang.
Intentionally fermented drinks have existed for 10,000 years.
This explains everything. The Ilmaran people did not invent alcohol. It's existed since the Neolithic.
This is a fabrication the alchemists of Yizot and Bashir and their Rolam Alrul have fed your people. Go on believing in it, race loser.
I don't think that's how history works.
Why don't you have another drink? Your features are not yet congenitally deformed enough.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, Measurehead.
The babe looks at it with eyes full of admiration that transcends the merely sexual. What do I want to say? I guess a servant of Al Ghul. You're right, I'm a servant of Al Ghul, but I still need that body down from the tree.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
The ham sandwich race? Jesus Christ. My goodness.
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
Let's see. That fat racist over there. Point to the racist Lord man. You're just him after pumping some iron.
Look at my craniology. I am the pinnacle of my haplogroup. The pink blob is a bad example, even of yours. It saddens me. You were once a noble and powerful race.
Okay.
You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Kroikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
I'm getting like... oh my goodness. He's like mocking me right now.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor. This man is not budging. Let's hope his superiors inside are more cooperative.
Do I have enough information to say that this is true? It was your people who put that dead body up there. Your people should help me get it down. I guess that's the thing, right? Is we have enough evidence to say that the resources probably came from around here. I don't know if I necessarily want to lead with that, though. Thank you for the hydrate. And thank you for the head pet. He pegged me as a slave to the Al Ghul. I need you to move about 20 centimeters back. He's not going to fall for that, but I'll just do it.
It is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the harbor.
You're right about all this. Now I need you to help me get that corpse down from the tree.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
Jesus Christ. I have an early morning, so I gotta head to bed, but I hope you have a great rest of your stream at night. Always nice hanging. Yes, thank you for spending time here, Cap. I appreciate it. It's good to see you as well. Hope you get a good sleep, and yeah, have a good day tomorrow. I'll see you next time.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Meshahed's race theory. He would take you as one of his own.
I don't feel like I should do that. He seems like someone who can't be, like, won over. Wouldn't that mean I have to become a 70s supremacist myself?
Well, not as such. What you do with a mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
You know what's really funny is that I have a much better chance of subscribing to his racist ideals than I do knocking him out. Know anything about this mug?
Does not so much as glance at the object.
This your kind of thing?
Stop showing me your pathetic cups. I have no interest in it.
He had nothing to do with it.
You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
He turns his eyes towards the harbor, seemingly bored with you. Yeah, but you still serve them. How does that factor in your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital, something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
Ooh. I'm no communist. Communism is pretty cool. Individualism is jam. My jam is a mysterious fourth thing. Communism is pretty cool.
Idiotic communism is the single greatest contributor to your race descent. Everywhere around you. The fruits of its failure to challenge the world order. Individualism, rock and roll music,
Rock and roll
sexually
music?
transmitted diseases, above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth culture? Rock and roll music?
I've gotten it from disco, actually.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
I don't really know who the 70s are. I've recently experienced head trauma.
I can see that. The Seminoles are the South Island race. Haplogroup A4A. The rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you were born and raised on the islands before you moved to Revachol.
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Simone's
In
women
my
walk
genetic
into
dreams.
the grey
Wait a minute.
mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
So you did not come from the islands.
No, I have heard about it on the radio.
Oh, this is amazing. He just, he literally just spent the past like 15 minutes talking race theory about me. He's not, and he just heard about it on the radio. Oh, looks like we got an ad break starting soon. I'll go ahead and pause my gameplay right now. Feel free to use this time to get up, stretch your legs, get some water. We'll see you in 3 minutes. I'll go ahead and put the music back on in the meantime. I guess I should have a ads. How y'all doing out there? You chilling? I'm very curious to see where this line of questioning is going to go. Don't tell Char I'm gonna pop in and get a Cheeto from their stream. Okay, I think we're just about done with ads. Well, I got my Cheeto from Char's stream anyway. Oh, we still have 49 seconds. Alright. I don't understand why I can't log into Blue Sky on my computer. I mean, I guess I don't need it, but still, though. Let me just quickly check if I got any messages. Okay, done looking. Okay, welcome back from ads, everyone. She'll turn you to stone. Sorry, give me one moment. I'm geeking out. One more sip of water. Doritos and Fritos. Alright, let's continue. So you're not really Seminese, you're just from Revachol.
I'm from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Simony strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world.
Alright.
You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with. And never getting that dead body down from the tree.
Okay, I think I need to ask him's opinion on this. I'm not getting anywhere with him. And even though I would probably win this check, I don't think I want to ascend to a higher plane of racism just for the chance of hitting that button. Kim, what do you think about this?
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
Okay, so we hold off for now and just look for the next racist. Got it.
That will be the...
What? That's kind of silly to ask. That will be our lucky racist.
He will grant us 3 wishes.
Your pedomorphic friend has quick wits. A protruding occiput and an indented zygomatic bone.
The lieutenant does not flinch.
Jesus.
You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid. He still has the use of his mind.
What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
He gestures towards the lorry man down the street.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
He keeps making. I'm genuinely blanking on the term for it, but it's the term that racists use to describe how like bone structure or something makes them superior. I don't remember what the term is. It's probably good that I don't remember what the term is, but that's gonna bug me.
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be smaller.
The jaw is clearly atavistic stigmata. Oh my gosh! Just throw that pseudoscience right back at him.
That atavistic stigmata makes pussy say yes, plenty.
I'm not gonna challenge that, young lady.
Babe, thanks. But I got this.
Babe, thanks. I don't think I could do anything else. This might be my only way to get through, though. Can I just pretend to be racist long enough to actually hit that button? It at least opens up new lines of dialogue. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna do it.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Okay. Measured, I am new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what different kinds of races are there.
Do you?
This is for the thing.
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door, and then, to you, he lets out an audible sigh.
You are obviously a liberal, Sayonite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of technology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on?
Okay, so Type A is going to be his race.
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding.
Jesus.
A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades in Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
Who exactly are the Mon?
You know them by the names of their nation states: the Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and the Königsteiners.
I feel like I've heard of
My
the
people
Oranese.
simply call them Maun.
Mahun is a derogative term for first world people of Gotwaldian descent. They do not all have eczema. Also, people of Katla, like the Suru and the Uhu, are much more lactose intolerant.
The wooden clogs, though?
In some municipalities of Oranje, people do wear shoes made of wood to street parades. Green, orange, and even yellow tassels have also been seen on hats.
The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take seriously.
They can't even keep their races consistent. These guys are too pure, so they're broken.
Colorful tassels are, let's be honest, not a good sartorial choice for this century. You might want to avoid wooden clogs too.
Okay, got it. Who are Type A then, in your view? Well, he's gonna say... do we need to ask this again? He's gonna say himself.
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have Type A race propensities. The other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem. Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum.
And who are these Semines and Aeropagites?
As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Simonese and the Areopagite are on the ascent.
What's the difference between the Semines and the Aeropagites?
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Simonese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls.
He falls silent, contemplating the beauty and the mystery.
The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite or Simeopagite super race. That is all. There are no more Type A races in the world.
Nature was not capable of more.
Thanks. Type B.
Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Khoikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people.
Jesus.
The Khoikos of Grad, Hugo, Zhimsk, Chest et al. Are what you would call white officer in a suspect description.
You said Koikos. I've been trained to identify them as white in official descriptions.
Yes. To an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes.
Oh, that's what he was
you
saying
will
with the
see.
ham sandwich comment.
They are of an indistinct color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, muddy, and ashen. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking Al Ghul and smoking the degenerate tobacco, and for eating potato. The Koiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potat. The only thing they like more is divided into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
You don't like ethnostates?
They are microscopic. The Semino-Areopagite superstate will cover the entire remaining planetary crust, uninterrupted. From Holy Semenine to the Boreal Plateau of Katla. Its leaders will be the genetic epitome of the Semenese and Areopagite stock, elected by nature, not the base inner spoilage called demos.
And the Vashliers you mentioned?
The Vasholians, halfway between Type A and the
Oh.
racial cauldron.
So he's talking about
Two
me.
makes to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
82,000-year history. That leads me to think he's talking about some religious component.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
Oh, he's stupid. I'm pretty sure history hasn't lasted that long. I would have thought it would have gone longer, but
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out countless times over, like a fever dream of skin, hair, and bone. Wake up, naive Chespius.
I've heard about this revolution. Mistakes were made, but it was the right stuff. You're wrong about it.
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zarath-ridden potato carts. It is literally an
He
illness.
cannot stop talking
A
about
prion
potatoes.
disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia. The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition passed from the Koiko to the Occidentals. But not sexually. Probably through trade routes and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant.
So he literally thinks the mindset to come up with and spread communism probably came from trading with lesser civilizations and potatoes specifically.
Enough of Tibet mediocrity.
He nods, satisfied with the outcome. Alright. Tell me about C to F.
Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me.
I'm gonna go ahead and skip that line of dialogue. Yeah, better not go into it.
It would be cruel to entertain ourselves with their deformities. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on?
Now that we've been through all the types, do I understand advanced race theory?
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it.
Will you help me get that body down if I do?
We will see.
Access to the Union is important for our investigation, but there may be another way in, without becoming a race theoretician.
Am I mildly worried he might take it seriously? The lieutenant thinks. Yes, I am, he concludes.
Okay.
I am worried.
And that, I think, is the motivation I needed not to continue this line of dialogue. If he thinks there's another way in, I'd rather pursue that. But this was a wild adventure, learning about the inner workings of a supremacist. On second thought, I don't have time to get any deeper in this stuff.
Lost, though. Buckled away at the last gate. This is why your haplogroup will never rise from the ashes. Now, I need to luxuriate in the private company of my babe.
We're not in a private
Leave
area.
me.
Let's discuss something
I
else.
cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vacholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
I'm out.
We still need to get into the harbor. We need help with the tree situation. There must be another way.
His gaze wanders over the whirling roofs of the yard. Okay. And I guess with that, that's enough here.
Yes?
Okay. I was going to try to see it. Let me go ahead and save as well. Oh, I am not allowed to save here. There we go. Okay, well that was a wild line of dialogue. I guess we didn't necessarily need to go down there. I was hoping it would potentially be an easy way to move past him, but he's too big and strong for that, and way too dedicated to his pseudoscience bullshit for us to get there. So, let's find another way. Okay, we met two colorful characters today then. We met this guy. Kim, what do you think the other way is then? They mentioned that there's a side door we potentially could get in. Is this? No, this is just a store. Yellow roses, dozens and tulips too. A melancholy pop song plays on the radio.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
What's that?
What is what? It's a raincoat.
She wearing a jester hat? Oh no, it's just the visor she's wearing.
If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
Do I have enough? I don't think I do. Oh! Can I, unlock a new slot. Oh, I see it. Okay. So I need to level up to unlock a new slot, and then I can start thinking about the 15th Indo tribe. I don't want a raincoat. Is there anything you can tell me?
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
She returns to her magazine.
What's that magazine she's reading?
Before we go on, what is this Frit?
I don't know. Frit?
And what is Frit?
A 7 to 11 grocery store.
Why is it written with 3 T's?
I think they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't.
The story goes that normal Fritta, with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken. So when Fritta Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement.
That's pretty funny. What magazine are you reading?
You mean this?
She looks at the cover, boasting a colorful photo of 2 girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. it's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
I approve of this. Very futuristic. Have all the girls kiss.
She pops her raspberry-flavored bubblegum and nods.
fellow Yuri enjoyer.
Her shoulders tense. She shuffles back only slightly. Bewilderment and repulsion root her in place. The lieutenant frowns at you before turning to the clerk with an apologetic half smile.
I didn't like that comment. Let's proceed. I have some questions for you.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
She puts down the magazine. Can you tell me anything about this re-out? No, I'm not going down that line. What about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
Did you know the man who died?
Not really.
Not really? Doesn't mean you knew him a little?
No. I didn't know him at all.
What do you think happened?
I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay. Uh-huh.
Can you tell me anything about this reality we're living in?
Reality? You mean, what reality? Economic reality, or...?
She is like a student unexpectedly called upon by a teacher. Can she answer the classroom question?
Yes, about this economic reality.
I don't really know anything. I mean, I'm 15.
15 is an excellent time to learn about the economic reality.
Yeah, that's why I'm working my arse off in Frit. So I guess, like, that's economic.
What about the physical reality, then?
I don't know. What about it?
Where are we?
We're in Frit
No, I mean, where are we on a larger scale?
as mankind, or as a nation, or...
What will her essay prompt be?
Ooh. As a mankind.
in a good place? I mean, science is doing great, and this radio computer thing seems to be kinda big. I don't know.
What time is it?
I don't know. Look at the clock. It's right behind you on the wall.
The clock shows the time at 10:09. The hands seem to be still. It's apparent the clock doesn't work.
What is the revolution?
When ordinary people take over the government and demands democracy.
What about the one we had here in Revachol?
Yeah, it happened like 50 years ago or so. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. At history, I mean.
The coalition. What's that? Someone told me there is one.
Our government? Or do you mean something else? Sorry, I really need to finish this article.
I won't bother you with this nonsense anymore.
Cool.
Great. Good talk.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
What is this machine?
Oh, that's the tear machine.
Yeah, but what is it?
It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine, then it gives you money.
I see. And how do I pick up tear for the tear machine?
You need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are some out there, somewhere.
Okay, so here's a way for us to get money. That's probably going to be very useful in the future. Elysium. Guessing there's probably not like a lot I can really do over here. A foreign car kept in good condition.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic
Oh.
island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
That's kind of cool. Who is this?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane.
What did the king do?
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
In what way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
Is that what led to the revolution here? He literally just spent all the money? How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm very much reminded of all the additions that are taking place in the White House right now. Interesting.
He called it the Sol Auron. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
The man certainly knew how to live.
Thanks, Necktie. I would like to sleep on gold, hustler style.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
Okay, what is nose candy?
Cocaine.
So he was addicted to nose candy. A bloated druggie?
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later. Right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
This is a lot to process.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if any of you watched The Great on Hulu. I think it's on Hulu. Which is a kind of fictional retelling of Catherine the Great and her rise to power. But the... Is he a priest? What is his title? He's essentially like a vizier that also like runs the church in Russia. He takes mushrooms to convene with God. This is some really great scenes out of it. Okay, where is he buried now?
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
What happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
Who restored the monument?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
Thanks for clarifying that they were liberal.
The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
That is a little poetic, actually. That's kind of neat. It's funny and nihilistic.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either.
Cool.
Wow, you work hard.
I do?
Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
Is he only doing that because of the way I've been doing my line of questions? What hard work do I do exactly?
Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged.
Is that the trigger? Just me walking 200,000 steps?
That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride.
I fucking ride till I die, bitch.
That's just what it's like. Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco-Negros and the Solas. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop, and a sprinter, and a money printer.
I'm a cop and a sprinter and a money printer. Oh, is it saying that because I got money from people? Pawning stuff off the Roy guy. I took some money from Mignana, and the Soleil guy gave me some of his money. I guess I've made some gills, sure.
Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle.
Okay,
24/7,
where's this going? Where are you taking me,
ride or
Savior
die.
Fair?
Now, ask yourself, are you rich?
No, I'm actually not.
That's right. You work harder
Ooh.
than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
I want to know what this train of thought is trying to lead me down. It's because the Garta guy riding my ass? No. The system is broken? Maybe. There's a market for corrupt cops out there, but the immigrant cops have price dumped it? Okay. Fucking taxes, man. I don't know. Why am I so poor?
Because of the taxes.
It's the taxes!
G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze. Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the Gotham estate that is Revachol?
I thought there were no taxes.
You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax. This tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus, there's the stuff people in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you here. The Gotham estate's a myth. In total, the coalition government is taking.
Is Gossamer State an actual term? No, it's not. Gossamer State is just the name for this specific form of government.
98% of all your money.
Wait a minute. Wait. Is this backed by anything? Or am I just at war with myself now? That seems like a pretty big number.
What are you not sure about? They're milking your nipples till they bleed. Can't you see? Aren't you sick and tired of having bloody nipples?
Bleeding nipples are kind of a pain, but how... Okay. How will deregulation help with that?
It's all about the tax issue, hustler. No other problem in the world is as pressing as top marginal tax rates. And don't you fucking forget it.
Okay. Well, that just unlocked the next, Ooh. First, if you have a side bitch ideology cooking somewhere, don't sweat it. Fighting indirect taxation for the Gossamer State is compatible with all creeds. It's cool like that. You're a cool anarchist now. Unless you don't want to be an anarchist. Whatever. Stuff this meal ticket in your eye socket and let's see if we can steal some love back from the robber barons at the Customs Agency and the Benditos at the Insolidian Financial Oversight and Competition Committee. Yeah, I'm... Okay. Yeah. We are absolutely researching this one. Okay. -2 empathy for research bonus. Okay. Cold-blooded. Research time 1 hour, 45 minutes. Okay. Cool. I guess I'm gonna be an anarchist now. Ruins full of snow, no one lives here anymore. Okay, so we're definitely kind of in the weeds here. What's going on, dude?
The small, wrinkled woman does
Ma'am.
not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your...
No. Am I really gonna ask if a random woman on the street is grandma? Grandma?
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is gray like lead.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to ask some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
It's so rude to snap my fingers, but
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
snap your fingers twice?
Where am I? Who are you?
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you jolted her back to reality. I was actually hoping... Oh, are you alright, ma'am? You were out.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
What was so bad about the 50s?
The men have small jaws and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber?
Never thought about it like that. Where else would you be?
Back in Mecca, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you came along, that is.
Who's Gabriel Buenguerro?
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all his lines.
In all likelihood, it's a world that's only ever existed in her mind.
Maybe not. Clearly he's an actor that had some sway over, like, pop culture. I take it you were a mess when you were young?
Someone was.
Someone. Is not your memories?
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
They're coming for this. I have some other questions for you, please. Questions.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
She settles back against the railing of her motor lorry. Behind her, mountains of memorabilia, photos, and knickknacks line the dashboard.
There's something off about this woman. Tell her to show you the soles of her boots. Maybe she was at the hanging somehow.
Really? That's where we're going with this. You... What is... Okay, what are you hauling?
Diamonds.
Diamonds, really?
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
Okay, but what are you really hauling?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
You don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry?
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
What if the cargo is contraband?
Then it's contraband, Lowman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
Bad Hand, Hermenegildos' bad hand, strangled 300 people.
That's a lot of
What
people.
can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
I still don't understand this whole Boyadero thing.
Of course not. To truly understand the Boyadero, you need to listen to On the Western Plain.
The Boyadero, Boya for short, is a cowherder from upstream Magritte, the great steppes of northern Mesk. He is a rugged individualist and explorer.
Okay, what's that?
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring Boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain.
I'm guessing that doesn't happen.
Of course not. The Boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man. One night, as he and his beloved are out walking along the river Maigret, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down.
In the background, you can hear the orchestra swell as the screen fills with the maiden's imploring eyes.
I think I see where this is going.
So the Boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the mud.
Jesus, I didn't. Wait.
Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him.
A beautiful song. That's not where I thought this was going.
You have to understand. A true Boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish.
But-
She didn't know what it meant to love a Boyadero.
What if to truly love a Boyadero is to float lifeless downstream?
Show me the soles of your boots.
Now what do you want with an old woman's boots, Sheriff?
It's for important police, this is spam.
I'm starting to think you should let me get back to Gabriel Buenguerro. You are no Gabriel.
She's wearing sturdy worker's boots made of black leather. Buckles run across. The sole is also made of leather.
Now the other one, please.
Just before Gabriel, it was the coronation of Franco Negro. Now, there was a real man.
There's no aberration in the pattern that you can see. She puts her foot down.
Moreover, the boots were size 37. Tiny. There are too many discrepancies in all this. Another discrepancy, although not boot-related, is the coronation of His Innocence, Franco Negro, which happened 500 years ago.
Wait, what do you mean it was the coronation of Franco
It
Negro?
was. And then it was no more. And I was no longer holding my father's hand. He was no longer descending the stairs in Ryle. The crowd had gone silent. Perhaps it was another Sheriff who came and woke me up, looking at my boots, asking questions. Or perhaps it was one of the others in this carnival. I don't remember.
As she says carnival, she gestures to the empty square with the statue and the machines.
She's not odd soul. These are not the boots that made the prince.
I could have told you that from just looking at them. The size is 37.
The feet of a little girl, they fit well on the pedals.
You seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs.
What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary, no drugs can compare.
The adversary?
Yes, there is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary, the great unrest.
It's not really what I was getting at.
Then what were you getting at?
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
What is it that you're... Oh, wait. Do I want to entrap her? Something is off about her. Like, it seems clear to me that she's disassociating in a certain way, either because she's unsatisfied with what's going on in her life and she's, like, reflecting back to other times, or it's just part of her coping with how she's doing things. Maybe if she thought you were corrupt. Why'd I ask to be interested in smuggling some drugs?
Why would I want to do that?
I don't know, through the criminal lifestyle.
Lowman, what in the name of God are you talking about?
Okay, let me put this another way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B?
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way.
You said earlier you don't know what cargo you're hauling. Could it be drugs?
Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grat?
I don't
Lowman?
know. That's why I'm asking you.
It's diamonds, Lowman, obviously.
If you... I didn't ask you about diamonds, did I? I don't care about that.
Diamonds are good for you, Loman. You should try them sometime. Make yourself pretty like Eva de Zoras.
If you had to guess, who do you think is smuggling drugs around here?
Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet.
The poet?
Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
Oh.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Okay, if you're not involved with the drug trafficking, then why are you still waiting here?
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the features of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
Yeah.
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesky.
Very interesting dynamic here. Okay, I don't think there's anything to do down here. So, is there anything over here? Yep. A bold slogan, Human Ox covers the truck. Okay. I'm guessing I'm probably done here. Thank you for the autosave. I don't think there's anything on this side I can do. Don't want to deal with the racist. Close for winter, please. Okay. Yep. And now we are back to area.
Hello again, my man. What's on your mind?
Spare some change for a working stiff.
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work.
They who?
The bosses, man.
I don't know who these bosses think they are, but that sounds like a good arrangement for them.
Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down on his luck. If I had saved 4 myself.
It said biggest communism builder? Wait, where do I find that? Where do I see my achievements? That's amazing. Okay. You really just want one piece of the armor. It's enough. Find and locate one piece and this one's done. Kuno lied to you. Return and confront him. Alright. Anything else worth exploring down here? No. Oh. It's hard to believe this is only day 1. This game is pretty slow paced. Okay, so she said if I could find a bag, I could start collecting, like, bottles and stuff. But there's not really, like, a good indication as to where those bottles are located. Fingerless gloves. guess I could just try to start collecting stuff. Oh, I don't think I've been here yet. Tire tracks leading onto the roof. The slush and rain has almost washed them off. Oh, but I can't do it. The spirited chirps and clicks of swallows fill the air. Okay. This coin-operated viewer has been banged up inoperable. A splatter of bullet holes lines the way. Is that a bag? Yes! I can get print now. I can get a tear.
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname.
Look closer first.
The faded marks are too degraded to draw any forensic conclusions. Just chips in the sandstone. They look pretty ancient.
Kim, look! Bullet holes.
Where?
Someone has been shot. We're cops. We should solve it.
There? Those are old.
You mean like from the Revolution?
Yes, the one that happened half a century ago. Those bullets were fired during the Revolution and do not warrant an investigation by officers of civil law.
What can you tell me about this revolution?
Not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it. Shall we go?
I was sure. Okay, what do I need to do to collect tear? Okay, new side quest. Pick up all the trash I can find. I have a feeling I'm going to be seeing a lot of bottles and shit just kind of laying around. Question is there a limit to how much I can pick up? Kim, I need you to move. Oh wait, is this Kuno? Oh no, I'm behind. Have I been down here yet? Can I go down here yet? No, I can't. Okay. Another splattering of bullet holes on the wall.
There must be another way into the building.
A balcony with a view to the yard and the hanging.
Yeah, what's that noise down there?
That smoker up there could be a witness. Talk to him.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette.
Up.
His eyes have been following you for a while.
Ooh. Okay, so he's clearly watched everything that's happened down there. Right. He's going to be interesting to talk to. Okay, we got another ad break starting up. I'm going to go ahead and run it now. Please feel free to use this time to get some water, stretch your legs, take a break, come back in 3 minutes. I'll see you then. And for those of you chilling here, zero, 1, 2, 3. Okay, how many rows of Fang do I need to do? Four rows. Okay. See how much I can get done in 3 minutes. And I immediately lost the yarn. Nine. 10. 11. 12. Okay, one more row. Let's do this. There we go. God. God, this is funny. I take a day break from crochet and I'm suddenly really slow. Okay, looks like we're back from ads. Welcome back, everyone. Let me just finish this row of crochet and then we'll get right back to the game here. Okay. That's 2 rows. 2 rows in 3 minutes. Not a great speed, but that's okay. Alright. Let us continue. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
Despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame. No trouble for me. I just want to know what's going on here.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important? All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Can you tell me your name?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
I don't know if that's real.
That's definitely not his real name.
You're not really called Martin Martinez, are you?
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice?
He scans the courtyard. It's silent like the bottom of a well. Every sound captured reflected back. Looks like he got a good view of the Whirlig's backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging?
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
Did you?
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
Ooh. Someone's conducting their own investigation.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
The lieutenant takes out his little blue notebook and writes something down.
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He looks around the courtyard again. Old patio chairs and dead houseplants litter the scene.
He's an actor declaiming a soliloquy. See how you hang on his every word?
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
What kind of friend?
It was my Sunday friend.
What's your friend's real name? Did he see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the dull and darkening sky, the neighboring windows stand silent.
I don't think we're going to learn anything then.
I'd even go so far.
We will remove...
Oh.
Wait, is someone else investigating the...
No, not you.
And when?
Last week.
He's an actor.
You didn't...
It was my Sunday.
He
Okay,
doesn't
I'm not going to
reply.
get anything from this.
No. We won't.
He takes one last drag of his cigarette before stubbing it out on the balcony.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Convince him to stay.
This isn't the place or
Hell
time
yeah.
for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains?
Hey, listen, I'm just trying to make things okay again. Can we meet again somewhere else?
For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes. Compassion and a hint of understanding.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
His voice is soft and deliberate. With the flick of his wrist, he sends the cigarette butt sailing over the rail.
But, hold on, what's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door. It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
Ooh. He walks away. I'm guessing that's the key to get in.
He's gone.
We should run after him, see where he
No
went.
point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
So he just give up?
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case.
Agreed.
He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that stone right over there.
The lieutenant nods towards a small rock on a soggy patch of grass.
If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
Great, let's do that.
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it. There's a key beneath it,
Yep.
rusty from the dirt.
This must be for the front door. Pity it doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments and the man can be in any of them.
How are we going to find the right one?
We'll just have to go in and see.
Excellent. Cool. So this is now a whole new line of exploration. Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered on top of each other. Flip up glasses the auditor. +1 logic, -1 authority. Yeah. Yellow gardening gloves. Fingerless gloves. This box is filled with cleaning chemicals, smells of laundry detergent. An old shoe rack, boots, sneakers, and old slippers. Issues come in 3 different sizes. Apartment 12, a loud rumbling snore comes within. Shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. Okay. You hear this traffic night is falling on the city. I'm gonna go back and explore more. The brick box is full of cigarette butts and electric wires. Okay, I've got 12 real. I need what, 150? Someone has drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall.
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words.
Inspect the symbol closer.
The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mazov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Why is the star upside down?
To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it.
What's the deal with the antlers?
The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time above it.
Why white?
Because white is the color of peace.
What does it evoke in me?
Gone. Gone is the glory of hope. Only the scribblings of impoverished students remain in dirty hallways. You are the big communism builder now. It's you or no one.
It's me, the big communism builder. I'm gonna build all the communism. Oh, interesting. So are these the different checks that I could do? Okay, so I assume yeah, so it's basically a ranking of the ones that I can or can't do. So pile of Eternite. These are the found white checks. Those are on white are available to try now. Okay, that's kind of interesting. That's right, because a red check, if I fail, then that's kind of it.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11.
I'm gonna knock.
No reply.
Examine the padlock.
It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise.
I don't have the tool. I thought I did. Wait a minute. I do have the tool.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
After you, detective.
Let's go. And I still have the bolt cutters, right? Yeah, I do. I play a boy a poster of a white star, real lithography. Oh, okay, so this is probably where communists lived. Oh, and there's a bust of
A plaster cast bust
Krasmazov's
depicts
head.
a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads, Kraz Marzov. Honestly, he does kind of look like you after all.
They keep hinting at that through this game, so am I guess I just some, like, reborn version of, like, Krasmazov, and that's why this game is pushing me hard to be, like, the new champion of communism, which is pretty funny. Kim, you have to admit, this Krasmazov bears a striking resemblance to me.
Hold on a second. Is this why you broke in here? To find out whether you're Krasmazov?
I have to consider investigating all possible... Wait. I'm not saying that which one's a good one? I have to consider investigate all possibilities.
Except that Krasmazov is dead. He's been dead for 50 years now.
Just humor me for a moment. Don't you see the resemblance?
Well, you both do seem to share an affinity for sideburns. But it seems like old Kras here didn't drink nearly as much as you.
Maybe this bust shows him before he started drinking.
Very well. Let's look for identifying features then. Doesn't he have a birthmark right here? What about you?
Do I have a birthmark? I can't tell. I can't see my face.
Alright. But here's the big thing. Krasmazov looks Samaran, and you don't.
I'm part Samara myself.
Okay, you win. Be Krasmazov then. I don't care.
He's just not having it.
Why are you so hell-bent on proving that you're Krasmazov anyway?
Ooh, a lot of good options here. Because I'm a communard, okay. Because I believe a powerful nation-state is the only way to protect the working class from subhumans. Okay. Because actually he wanted stability and incremental progress, and so do I. Because he was totally a gangster and bank robber who went for all the cash in the world. That's me. I'm not sure. It's just a feeling I have. But I trust my feelings.
Alright, Kras. If you say so.
Why does this tenant have a bust of Krasmazov in this room?
The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard.
Yep.
How fitting.
Father Mazov, the hero of the working class.
Whoever lives here definitely shares your enthusiasm.
He leans in closer to inspect the photos of revolutionaries on the wall.
There aren't many communists around. Not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
Whoever lives here needs to learn how the economy actually works.
I suspect that's exactly what they are trying to do.
He leans closer to inspect the economics books on the table.
There aren't many communists around. Not after the revolution.
Okay. Okay, so I could research the suicide of Krasmazov. There's something you can't get out of your head. Krasmazov, the father of scientific communism, the premier of the Communist Party of Shestengrad during the anticentennial revolution, head of the 11-day government, sideburn-toting, bearded figurehead of the movement, shot himself in the mouth. Wow, I really am him, aren't I? And died one day in his cabinet as things were collapsing around him. Just gave up? That's not good propaganda, is it? Be a communist, shoot yourself in the mouth. Something about this irks you. Does kind of sound like there's more for us to learn about this man. Okay, I think I have to wait to do more research, though. Books of critical theory on the monstrosities of capital and such. Photos of revolutionaries posing with guns. Do I have any different neckties? No, that's the one. Conceptualization. I like how I'm still carrying the little bag with me. Okay, I think that's all we're gonna get from this room.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10. The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. You can feel tension on the other side. A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
I think that was a lie in dialogue I shouldn't have played. This time the steps come closer. Who is this? Demands a female voice, very intense. This is the police. Open up.
Do I have to open the door?
You can hear the clacking of heels again as the other side walks right up to the door. Her tone is now getting a defensive edge.
Did you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Someone knows her rights. Good job.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
That's also true. The door 9 is locked. Just taking all this random shit. Apartment 8, their mailbox is overflowing. Graffito says, a firing squad for the rich.
Give me a moment.
An elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
She sneezes into a dirty handkerchief. Oh, you're alright. Should I call a doctor?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
God damn.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
Who are you?
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
Do you live here?
If you can call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room.
Oh god, no wonder your lungs are all fucked up.
It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
I'm looking for a young man in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
She looks to the other end of the hallway.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble, I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives?
Talk?
She starts laughing, but it turns to a violent coughing spasm, so she squeezes her broom, trying to catch her breath.
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony.
Thank you.
It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
I have a few questions about those apartments.
Ask away, policeman.
Is one of the residents on vacation? That mailbox is overflowing.
People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone.
They probably just moved or died. Hopefully somewhere else.
Who lives in apartment 10?
No one lives there. It's been empty for months. Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there.
I talked to someone through the door. She pauses, eyeing the hallway.
Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you?
Sure, I'll go see what I can find.
Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans.
Who lives behind the padlocked door?
Oh, that one is a scientist. A future scholar.
Suddenly, the old lady's face is beaming.
I think he studies astrology at the community college. Education's good.
Astrology,
I always
huh?
tell them to study. Something to do with all those stars around his door.
Oh.
He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall.
Are you sure you don't mean astronomy?
That's what I said. Astrology.
The lieutenant shakes his head as though to say, let it go. Come on, people. Try to keep up any standards here. It's not about stars. It's... forget it.
What can you tell me about Cindy?
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them.
Oh, she's the lady
Still,
outside.
She leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
That's all, thanks.
She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something into her handkerchief.
Thanks, I'm off. Oh, and this is the other way out. This is the way out. Okay. But now I can go back in anytime I want. Perfect. A note reads, foreclosed by Martinez Realty Associates. Someone has torn down the wall. Waves crashing in the darkness. That's it. An old grocery list on the table and checks. That it? It's on the balcony. Oh, well, I see Cindy.
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened.
Form a guess about what happened.
A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line.
Taking the ocean.
The waves of the Martinez Inlet rolled over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscured the better part of the remains. What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap was thrown into the ocean.
Look at the ruins in the water.
Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt.
Who did this? This damage?
A fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army, hundreds of vessels.
Was that all to take down the revolution?
They massed airships further down, in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into the ocean floor as well. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water, far in the northeast. Cannon still ready to placate Revachol.
Hey Kim, do you know who shelled our city?
The Coalition. But that was a long time ago. I think we should move on. It's chilly up here.
Time to go. Hi, Cindy.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
That's right, we evolved.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Is that heavy fuel oil?
Red-dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
Fumes are bad for you, okay?
Something to think about next time you're driving around in your pretty little piggy carriage.
So we all talk about the murder, but maybe you could tell us something about the murder's victim's missing armor?
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells?
Isn't armor art? Art for the, body?
Ugh, alright. Sad piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Look cute as hell. If you haven't been there, the village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza. Have a good time.
And there's a little girl wearing the gloves there?
No. That's all the snitching Cindy the Skull does for today. Actually, I don't even know why I told you what I just told you. I have a weakness for animals. It's the animal thing again.
Duh.
Damn it.
Or a weakness for police officers, miss. Thank you either way.
Catch you later, Cindy. I'm gonna explore a little bit more out here, actually. The door is locked, you can't get in. The chair is new, someone lives back here. Above, tar flaps in the wind. Forgotten hammers and nails rust. I am getting all sorts of money. Holy shit. someone's been sleeping here recently. Cindy? Enough coal to last for several winters. Smell of chemicals. Oh, I bet the next door is the cleaning lady. Poor home labor jeans. There we go.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something, soft, yet crinkly.
Take the item out.
Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar. By the way, the raw materials were most likely exported from Seaguy, the apricot suzerainty, and processed in Sur clay into the apricot-flavored chewing gum, loved by kids of today and yesterday. Something about it is familiar, and not only to your fingers.
Did I used to chew this gum?
A crinkled chewing gum wrapper. The worn label reads, Tutti Frutti. It smells faintly of apricots, with a barely noticeable twinge of cinnamon. You feel compelled to point out that there's nothing fruity about cinnamon. It's a spice derived from tree bark.
Cinnamon's not a fruit.
Can a used wrapper shrug? Seems like that's what the wrapper is doing somehow. This is not about flowers or bark. What is this about? Why are you looking at this wrapper?
Why do I even care about this?
Good question. There is no answer or secret phrase written on the inside of the wrapper. Yet you're drawn to it. Drawn by regret. Stop before you hurt yourself with a Tutti Frutti wrapper. Throw it away, please.
What? I'll hold on to it just in case.
You carefully fold the wrapper into a square before putting it back into your pocket, lovingly even, despite the strange feeling of regret. A crinkled chewing gum. You feel you carefully...
Guess there's nothing new to learn about it. Okay, so I need to go on Wednesday to deal with the lock. Okay, well I guess it's just about time to start asking this dude some questions. Maybe I can head on back. What did it say? We have to go home. Join him on the Whirling Rags balcony after 2:20 when you call it a day. Okay. Do I want to spend any time?
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
This apartment is supposed to be empty. Did you break in here?
Excuse me? Of course not.
You have plenty of reason to enter.
I don't need a warrant if I suspect there's been a break-in.
Oh, come on.
There's a pause before you hear the door being unlocked.
Well, that was easy.
That was smart.
Oh.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I haven't paid the cafeteria manager for damages yet.
You should take care of that, then.
I don't have the money.
Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure something out.
I'm gonna talk to her first. Looks like a fine Mattress. A blister pack of medicine peeks out of the box. You should take... Ooh. Why she got medicine?
Satisfied? My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see?
She jiggles a set of keys in her hand.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
She fumbles through her purse, fishing out a light paper-clad passport. I'll just inspect it, sure.
It feels flimsy in hand, with the words Revachol Zone of Control written under a nondescript municipal logo. There's a picture of her with shorter hair inside, along with all her personal details.
Nice haircut.
Thank you. Do you have any questions? I need to be back in Midtown in an hour.
What are you doing here?
I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place.
Sounds like they knew how to have a good time.
It was some kind of a moribund old man who used to be a business owner. You'd think they'd make rent.
She stops, hesitating.
A sudden serious look crosses her face. This story didn't have a happy ending.
But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? I'm in a hurry.
Isn't it a bit late to be working?
It is.
She breathes in and out on the count of 3. It looks like some special stress release technique before she continues.
Everyone says the real estate agents don't do anything. But here I am in the middle of the night cleaning up someone's crash pad. So the sooner we get this over with, the better.
She means you. Time for the next question. Who lived in the foreclosed apartment down the hallway?
Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but... And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall. A hole in the wall. Can you believe it? And then the tenant ran off with his stuff.
Yep.
He's gone. The money's gone. Just like that.
She snaps her fingers.
The sum must have been puny.
It couldn't have been much in that that much money. Those apartments look pretty shabby.
These apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture, a million real view of the bay, good ventilation, neighbors, life, spark, and they are affordable. I'll tell you, Martinez has a future. In a few years, it's going to blossom with artists and creatives and those radio computer wizards.
My money has also disappeared, I think.
Well, it does not disappear from my hands. No, I don't let it.
So wait, what happened to the wall?
Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both.
She's still shaking her head, manicured hands now crossed over the chest. Thank you, that's all.
Of course.
She replies with a smile, but her eyes remain glazed over. She's been waiting for you to leave. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. We can always come back here and figure out the deal with that dude later.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep?
Do you two never sleep?
Apparently, she doesn't like people standing behind her back. Logic error. She is not sleeping right now.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out.
No, why would you even say that?
Then why are you sneaking up on me like that? It's not a good idea to scare me, pig. Not a good idea at all.
Alright. Oh. Karaoke.
Can I help you?
It's about the money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it?
I was wondering if we could come to some sort of arrangement for tonight.
Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
I will pay you back tomorrow. I'm an honest cop.
As a police officer, you must understand that I cannot take you at your word without evidence. Evidence being money. You can't stay here without money.
Hold on, I still have my key, you know.
Good luck trying to use it.
He taps his foot against a metal box installed in the back of the counter.
All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock.
This conversation isn't going anywhere, is it?
Not until you bring me the money.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
I really didn't want to resort to this. The man is thinking.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
I mean, how much do I have in my bag? Contains 7 bottles. Doesn't really say how much it contains. Out of curiosity. I can't pick up all these bottles, can I? No, I can't. The dishes are dry and they smell of chemicals and pine trees. An aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimpled lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
Touch the door.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older.
Try to push on the door.
The door does not budge.
I wonder where this door leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
It's part of the whirling in rags. There's something about this place that makes me want to know.
Eccentric. But okay, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it.
No, this is a mega investigation. Wait. The door and the main investigation will merge into a stereo investigation.
If you say so. Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Yeah.
Can I help you?
Alright, I saw another thing at the whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
You know what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He runs his finger across the counter to check for dirt.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
There's something else I want to ask about.
Yes?
About the money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it?
How much do I owe you again?
A lot. A lot. For the room, drinks, and broken window, 130 real.
Talk about something else.
Like what?
Goodbye. Can I sing karaoke? This feels right. You belong here. Can I do it?
Yes?
Oh, this is Kim. Okay, well, I guess let's have that conversation. Probably do the conversation and then call it a night.
Yes?
Tell me about the case.
What do you want to know?
Ooh. Literally anything. I can't remember a single thing.
Ah, yes. The case brief you missed. Now I remember.
Brief? Yes, that sounds good.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
What does the briefing say who the victim was?
A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth.
Why do we know anything about the caller?
They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Why hide themselves?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Our job is to find the killer?
That's right.
Okay. Can we go over preliminary info again?
You mean like a brief?
Oh.
There's no reason to wing it. 3 days ago, during that time.
Yeah.
Okay then. Was there anything
Would
else?
you say this is a
No.
mysterious case?
It's not a particularly mysterious case.
Why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
I was thinking something otherworldly might be involved. You know, something supernatural.
I can assure nothing like that will happen. Do you know why not?
Why not?
Because it's not part of reality.
The gesture resembles an orchestra conductor bringing the choir to a full stop. So desperately mundane. You need to funk this case up.
Need to funk it up.
There's something the lieutenant isn't seeing. The universe is too irrational, too morally complex. You should convince him.
If we're from different precincts, why are we in the same case?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
You know what I'm in on, retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Cop-off?
It's just stupidity.
What kind of stupidity?
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
Oh, so this is a struggle over who runs Martinez.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words.
Yeah.
I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
Fair enough.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
So you volunteered to spoil it?
Yes. I'm an unrepentant spoil sport.
What's special about Martinez?
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
Wonder what that says about me, that I was sent by my station. He raises his eyebrow, thinking it best to let you make the next
It's
move.
all part of the master plan, you see.
Some good options here. Back to the supernatural. I am a highly experimental cop, but if I am right, this is ultra, even by my standards.
Really?
I arrive at the scene 3 days early, drink myself into oblivion, fully reimmerse myself in this reality, and then work the case from an angle so crescent fresh it produces never before seen results, not only for criminology but the human mind.
It can't be that.
Part of him sort of wants to believe what you just said. I am a notorious, difficult to work with wonderkind with extremely unorthodox methods.
Wouldn't that be something? And who could say it's not true? If you really don't remember anything, how would you know? We should move.
Enough of the competition then. Tell me about something else.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Convince Kim there's a dark, sexy, mysterious twist to the case. Okay, why did the 41st send me?
Because you're the best qualified. No, that doesn't seem right.
No, that makes sense. I'm exceedingly qualified.
If you're so well qualified, why can't you remember why you were sent? Anyway, don't keep the lieutenant waiting. What if you did it?
What? Did what? The Hanged Man?
Yes, you killed him. And then, as part of the plan, you drowned out the memory. Maybe this is why your chest feels so hollow. You did an awful thing. And you can't even bring yourself to acknowledge it.
It was me all along, y'all. I did it. I'm the one who set this whole story in motion. Kim, this is your burden to bear now. Kim, I think I may be the murderer. I killed the man and then tricked myself into forgetting about it.
And what has led you to this conclusion?
My chest feels hollow, like I did something terrible.
That is a common side effect of overindulgence. It will pass.
So you're saying I didn't kill him?
I find that highly unlikely. It's not unusual for detectives to feel complicit in a crime until the perpetrator is apprehended, especially when the investigation is dragging. So let's get back to it, shall we?
Tell me about the case again.
What do you want to know?
Actually, I have all.
Good.
How about you?
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
We'll work better together if we build more rapport.
That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
You're wearing glasses.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this. But you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Just observing.
I guess you don't need glasses, then.
You don't look like other people around here.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
What is Seoul?
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state west of the Insulindian Isola. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious.
You're only making it sound uninteresting. I still want to know more about Seoul.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholière.
Tell me a secret about yourself.
No.
Ask again.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow. It's like you're locked down.
What's happening to me?
Something the matter, detective?
What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his hands.
I like how he's standing there with the hand on his hips and I'm just bent over. Give up, there's nothing you can do.
The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
You ever talk with yourself?
What do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking. Do you ever have conversations with, like, your brain? I do that all the time, by the way.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
Very true.
The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic. But this isn't an old school case.
So you're saying your brain never chimes in with advice or warnings or anything?
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. That's where his conversations with himself take place. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
That's all for now.
Good. Let's change the subject.
Indirect modes of taxation. Turns out those financial oversight committee gangsters stuffed millions of hard-earned dividends away in the last place anyone thought to look. The hearts and minds of everyday Rivasholians. You need to spread that deregulation gospel to the people. Tell them about that foreign fair tax. Preach that 98% gross burden. Preach it, preacher man. Set the brothers free. Taxes are racist.
Sounds good to me. I want to learn more about Krasmazov. Why can't I debrief? I'm on the Whirling and Rags balcony.
Yes? Yes? Yes?
I guess there's nothing else to do. Yep, and he locked my door.
The door is closed. Still no answer. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance.
Darn, I thought I could talk to that lady again. Okay. So, I think this is probably a good place to stop. I mean, I need to figure out, I guess, what I'm gonna do. Well, he said he could help me. But I'm not gonna pursue it right now. I'll go ahead and just stop for the night. Okay, so we made some pretty good progress. It is slow going in this game a little bit. I'm definitely having fun kind of getting to know all the different people in this game and kind of seeing how different people are thinking. There's so many different directions you can go in this game. Like, I love how quickly it set me up to be like a champion of communism, which is pretty funny, but yeah. It's kind of neat, just the different ways that you can solve different kinds of puzzles, right? Just either by saying the right things or using specific strategies. So, I'm kind of glad I didn't go all the way with the, Seminins? I can't even remember his name anymore. The head guy. I was gonna call him the headmaster. It's not headmaster. The Measurehead. With Measurehead's race theory thing. So, glad I didn't go down that path. But at the same time, gives a little bit of insight as to the different kind of nations and peoples that are kind of making up this world. Even if he's a very bad, like, narrator on those. Okay, so next time I think I'll be able to figure out how to stay at this hotel. I still feel like I'm missing something with Kim here, so maybe we can figure out how to do that later, but... Okay, well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining. This has been a fun stream. I'm going to stream again on Wednesday at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. It's probably going to be co-working or something. Maybe more working on my, I am more working on my crochet projects, but we'll figure it out when we get there. So, thank you all for joining, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.